Hey everyone, now I may have found the single greatest modification you can make to your CHUZHAO little digital digicam. I picked this up, obviously everyone's seen them on Instagram, there's always commercials for them. I said, you know what, why not? I'm in the market for another small digicam. My other Camp Snap, I lost it unfortunately at the beach. So I decided to pick this up. It was on sale for $100. So I was like, why not? You can't really go wrong. I'm actually very impressed. Now, if you expect this to be a high-end camera, you're going to be sorely disappointed. But if you're used to like the Digicam style, it is 12 megapixels. But granted, it's not a very good sensor, so it's going to have not good low light. It's not going to also have a great dynamic range. However, with this modification, you can make an even more creative tool. So I picked up an iPhone. This is just a generic brand iPhone lens kit where you can attach different lenses onto your iPhone. And there's a very specific attachment that you take off of this and you actually put it on the front. So this little ring right here is actually a modification that I did. I just super glued this on right to the front of the lens element. It's not touching the lens at all. It also creates like a nice little lens hood, if you will. But this will allow you then to screw on, if you can see this. This is a 32 ND filter, and then you screw it on. The nice thing about it being metal is then you screw it on, and look at that. Now I have an ND filter on the end of my camera. And this does take video as well, 1080p video. And with an ND filter, I'm telling you what, when it comes to video, that's a lifesaver because it doesn't do super well in very, very bright conditions. But what's really, really neat about this as well is there is a fisheye effect that you can do. There's other lenses. So here's the fisheye lens. Screw this on the end, and now there's a fisheye lens on there. What's cool about this is this camera shoots in a square format. And so being that it's a square format, it actually works really well with fisheye. And there's no vignetting either. It fits on there perfectly, no vignette. It's basically using the same lens size as an iPhone as it is. And now you have a fisheye, and then there's obviously tons of different attachments. You can do ultra wide angle, you can do macro photography. I'm already very impressed with the close focusing distance of this camera, but when you put the macro lens on that comes in the box, now you have a full macro capability too. So it's a really, really fun little tool. And again, to remind you, this isn't going to be a mind-blowing camera. That's what dedicated cameras are for. But a really cheap, little fun, creative tool to create some pretty cool images. It's nice and fun. I'll put up a couple images that I have created with this so you can kind of see the type of quality. It is 24 megapixels, but keep in mind it's not going to be the same 24 megapixels in your phone camera. But it is nice because it does have this little drop-down viewfinder. This really sets it apart from like the Camp Snap camera because that didn't have a digital viewfinder at all. So it's very hard to compose your images. This is very nice because you can actually see with the filters installed the results that you're getting. So again, if you've already invested in this, this is only like $21 on Amazon. And to be able to attach this ring onto the end, it doesn't affect negatively the camera at all. And then you can create some really, really cool imageries with different filters and things like that. There's a whole ton of these that you can buy now on Amazon, and it's a 17 millimeter thread, so they just thread onto this metal cap, and now you have an endless opportunity of different creative styles that you can do right on your digicam. This only has two creative styles. It has regular color and then black and white, but when you mix that with some different lens combinations, well, now you have a pretty compelling little digital tool that is a lot of fun to use once you have it in the right perspective. This isn't a high-end camera. This isn't going to give you, the high-end look, but it will give you a very creative look, and that's what most people are after.